men and fixing stuff. And so, yeah, I want to talk about it. Let's do this. So, here's the thing. We don't really promote stereotypes in this channel in any way, shape, or form. I, however, sometimes have a very nasty habit of sort of self deprecating in a manner that's just barely acceptable, slightly questionable, but yet the way that it is. And so, thank you for watching the channel. I really appreciate it very much. If you're not already, take a couple seconds and subscribe. It's been a great week, and I really appreciate all of the new people and everything. Seriously, it's just all been lovely. But let's talk about why I think that I believe in this particular stereotype and like what or why it happened and what I'm thinking, all of these things. Just like always, vlogs about nothing. And so I think it's odd when I hang out with a girl, for example, in any kind of capacity. It doesn't have to be physical or sexual or anything like that. Just chilling, right? Just boy girl type of thing. And you're just going into their life or whatever, and you see things are like broken, right? Like maybe things in their car or just like things at their house, you know what I mean, that need to be fixed. So like when I dated the really old lady last year, there was like a she was like a homeowner, right? And there was like a bunch of stuff that needed to be like fixed. You feel me? So like as a man, I'm clearly thinking to myself that like single women don't maybe get around to doing much like with as it most commonly is like household maintenance type things, right? Typically speaking, to be more specific, just so that I know what I'm talking about, like garbage disposals are often garage doors. I mean, how I know so many things in homes of women that I've dated go wrong and out, again, is just another testament of why I think that, like, anytime I see that things aren't fixed, that the guy isn't taking care of his girl. And yeah, I mean that in terms of my dad and I have an interesting relationship. We do. I love the guy. I have nothing bad to say about him, but we're not super super close in a way that we ever have been like in my whole life. We just when we talk, we talk. When we don't, we don't. But I think you guys kind of get where I'm going. But we have a pretty good a good relationship. I mean, I do. I have a good relationship with my dad. It's not super great, but it's good. You feel me? And so I think that I bring all of these things up because he was the one that, and my grandpa, I'd say even just a little bit more in terms of my grandpa's more vocal attitude towards getting things done as opposed to my father's. But I was always taught to like fix stuff, like at least for the betterment of my woman, like in my family, like seriously. Um, and so I'm not like the handiest person ever by any means at all, but I was raised, by a general contractor, and he was raised by one hell of a general contractor. So I know a little bit about stuff that requires using my hands to make and measuring stuff and getting all the tools ready. I say it like this because it's not really my thing. You feel me? But like time and time again, I've been in women's lives where I've like fixed stuff. And it's been both good and bad in that some women have like completely exploited that. You feel me? Like, I mean, like bad. There was a point where I was doing like way too much. I feel like in terms of just you know I may as well act like I don't know anything at all about construction and or anything at all, so that nobody asks me to help them fix anything because I don't enjoy fixing stuff, kind of a thing. But again, like, so I think it's up to a man to fix his woman's stuff. Basically, it can all just you don't even have to watch. You didn't have to watch any of the video at all. You could have just waited till this very moment. I don't know how you would have got here if you didn't watch the video, but trying to improvise a little joke there or whatever. So I think that again, men, if they care about their lady, like, again, and I say this because there's always time, right? Even if you have no time, well, then, like, you got problems, How do you sleep? How do you eat? You know what I mean? there's always time to fix stuff. And again, I think that it's the man's responsibility to fix stuff, you know? And I really haven't met that many women, honestly, who would disagree with that sentiment. I mean, I've met some handy women, including my mother. Seriously, women can slam a hammer down or whatever, you know? I just would prefer, you know, in my own sort of existence to just do it myself, you know, because one, I know how to do it, and two, I know that it's a sign of like caring, you know, caring about like the person that you're supposed to care about stuff, you feel me, so that they can be safe, in the most safe kind of way that they can be, especially, you know, minor repairs on like vehicles and stuff. I'm like, man, how many women have I dated and I've like changed their headlight, you know? The answer is many. The answer is many. You know, it's like a routine thing now in my single bachelor life. You know, I encourage women, either, you know, friends, very rare circumstance, or, you know, women that I'm dating, and I'm like, man, you know, a lot of stuff to fix, right? And I'm like, holy potatoes, do I really want to fix all this stuff? Yeah. So I'm just being a little humorous on that one or whatever. But again, don't hate me for thinking that that particular stereotype is in fact true. Gentlemen, we must fix our ladies' stuff. You feel me? We don't really have to worry about our own stuff, even. Trust me. Like, we've lived with less. But when it comes to our ladies, you feel me? I think it's really important that we make a really due diligent effort to sort of make time to fix their maintenance and their physical, their problems sometimes, you know? Cars, stuff like this, building, you know. I think it's just what the guy should do. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and thanks so much again for watching the videos, okay?